पंडित कंठे महाराज जी की बंदिश है, चक्करदार, फरमाइशी भी है और इसमें धुन का इस्तेमाल किया है, धुन का शंख की आवाज पर आधारित।
Jai Shri Mataji and good evening. Welcome to this evening's meditation from the UK for the whole of the UK and the world, anyone who may be listening from abroad. Welcome. We've just been listening to the music of Ustad Zakir Hussain, a very, very gifted, great musician and tabla player who sadly passed away on Sunday at the age of 73. And we'll hear more of his work a little later on. But coming together once again this evening, let's all just settle ourselves and together bring our attention inward to the subtle system, to the Sushumna Nadi, to the Muladhara, where resides the Kundalini, to Sasrara, and in particular the Brahmarandra, where the Kundalini emerges and connects us with the kingdom of the divine. And with full collective attention, we can bow to Shri Mataji and raise our Kundalinis and give ourselves the bandhan. And just allow the silence to fill us. To fill our attention. And we feel, we are aware that whenever we raise our kundalinis and come together, that the gates of heaven become opened, and that this is the work of Shri Ganesha, who resides in and rules over the Muladhara chakra. And who has led us, the children of our mother, to the lotus feet of Adi Shakti. To bring us into her presence. With our full attention. O Shri Adi Shakti, it is you who created this universe, witnessed by Sri Sadashiva. And the first thing that you created on this earth was the innocence, which is the driving force of the whole universe, and is embodied in the person of Shri Ganesha. It is the innocence which we call as Omkara, which is present in every carbon atom, which is of course the basis of all life. It is you, O Adi Shakti, who created Shri Ganesha in order to protect the innocence of all human beings, that innocence which can neither be lost nor destroyed. Shri Mataji, we humbly pray you to allow Shri Ganesha to be settled and steady within us. Shri Ganesha's mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Just allow our attention to rest within the Muladhara. Fully imbibing the presence and the blessings of Shri Ganesha. O Shri Ganesha, we humbly thank you for leading us into that place where we can be aware, acutely aware of your presence within us, Without you, Shri Ganesha, the Kundalini cannot rise. Without you, Shri Ganesha, our self-realization has no meaning. Please manifest the pure Ganesha within us. Shri Nirmal Ganesha Mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmal Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. Shri Kartikeya, you who reside in the right Muladhara, we ask you to destroy the evil, to cleanse all impurities, so that the innocence may manifest, that wisdom may flourish through Ganesha Tattva. Let our eyes never be adulterers. Let them be radiant with the spark and light of the divine. Keep our eyes pure, that we may purify others, even with a glance. Please enable us and empower us to please our Mother. O Holy Mother, may we do everything needed to please you. For when you are pleased, all the deities, all the gods and goddesses are pleased. And we feel in our heart the joy of the Spirit. Please allow us to manifest in you, Holy Mother, as the joy of a mother, looking at her children. Let us be the flowers of creation, expressing Shri Ganesha's essence. Please hear our gratitude for all the boons that God has bestowed upon us. Please dissolve our arrogance at the lotus feet of Shri Ganesha. Please give us wisdom, understanding, to overcome all arrogance and evil. Please make us shine with the light of pure knowledge. Please be established deep within us. So that we shall emit such powers that we enable others to be able to establish their Ganesha and purity within themselves and in their countries, wherever they may be.
is innocent. But when going to a higher state, the Mother Shakti, the primordial mother, thought of creating a personality who will protect the innocence of human beings. Above the matter, above the animals, she created Shri Ganesha. And you know the story of Shri Ganesha, how he got the head of an elephant, symbolizing that Shri Ganesha, though he is a human being, he is like an animal as far as his head is concerned, that too of Shri Gajanana, in the sense that he has got the head of an elephant, which is the wisest animal in the animal kingdom. So in such a head which is innocent, ego cannot develop. There is no ego. It's an egoless state. But human beings were created in a different manner, and when carbon was placed to create the amino acids, it also set in motion a new type of evolution in human beings, that at the Vishuddhi level, human beings raised their heads like this. Animals' heads are on the ground. So the energy flows downward into Mother Earth. But when man raised his head above against the energy of gravity, then a new complication started in the energy flow. And that is how at the Vishuddhi a problem started where Kundalini could not nourish or look after that problematic Vishuddhi. The reason is, when you raise your head from the Mother Earth, you remove yourself away from the natural power of Mother Earth. When you take your Vishuddhi upward like that, you see the result of that in this country, which is the country of Vishuddhi Chakra. That you started going to machines which are against nature, extracting the nature, disturbing the nature by creating atomic bombs, by changing the atom, breaking it. That means you went against the nature itself by raising your head. But if it was done in complete surrender to God, with your bent head towards the Mother Earth, it would not have harmed. But when you completely cut off yourself from that nature, which is so bountiful, which is so gracious. Yesterday you saw the beautiful pictures of the nature that surrounds you in this country. Such a rich country like America without any gratitude towards its creator, raise its head upward. That's how the Vishuddhi problem started coming up. In every walk of life, the whole social structure was built up to fight the nature, not to go along with the nature. So the first attack came on the innocence itself, on the Muladhara itself. So the natural ways of Muladhara were given up. Marriage system has been here much before Christ, much before Abraham, much before Moses. And a sanctified marriage which was blessed by the society was acceptable since long. But man in his arrogance raised his voice against the marriage, against the natural way of leading a life of sanity. If it was natural to be the way people lead their private life, why do they get all kinds of diseases? If you are a natural person, you don't get any diseases. Because you are anti-nature, that's why. In this country, how many men and women were murdered for jealousy? If it was natural to be in love with 10 men and 10 women, then why jealousy? You should be happy, it's very natural. Because the head was raised at Vishuddhi Chakra, without surrendering to Shri Krishna, anti-life, antibiotic atmosphere started growing. And this kind of life has taken this great country now to the brink of complete destruction. The attack of innocence is the greatest weakness of this country. Not to value the power of chastity and a chaste life is the biggest mistake that was created by the people who started all kinds of trends and fads. Ganesha is the root of creation. When you go against Shri Ganesh, you start losing your roots. You have no roots at all. Then you get drifted into anything stupid, anything new that comes up. So much so that a person like Freud was worshipped and they forgot Christ, who said, "Thou shalt not have adulterous eyes." Ganesha to that level that even the eyes have to be innocent. There should be no lust in your eyes. But arrogance made them feel, what's wrong? What's wrong in this? What's wrong in this? Now the whole country is facing a great crisis because of arrogant enterprises. Still, they make a martyrdom out of all that is destructive. It's a very great responsibility on the Sahajogis who live on the line of Shri Ganesha. But for the people who live in the land of Shri Krishna, the responsibility is absolutely on your neck. And you can't get out of it. Unless and until you understand the importance of innocence in your life. You cannot save this country, whatever I may try to do for it. It's only you who are going to save it. It's only you who are going to make it. When the Kundalini rises, Shri Ganesha is awakened in you. The Ganesha whom you never respected slowly comes up from his slumber, out of the hurt and the injuries inflicted on him. Still he stands up, but still weak. How are we going to nourish it? How are we going to look after its growth? The responsibility of Sahajogis of America is very great. They cannot cheat anymore themselves. They cannot be satisfied with their arrogance. The mistakes have been grievous. So you have to take it up as a crusade against those mistakes and to establish your Shri Ganesh in a full form so that he gives you the necessary balance and the roots to nourish yourself.
Of silent meditation for a few moments. within this depth of meditation. Let's hold on to that depth. Whilst we give ourselves the opportunity to experience the vibrations in a very deep way through the gift of music. As I said this evening, we wish to pay tribute to this very great musician, Ustad Zakir Hussain, who passed away on Sunday. And we can allow ourselves a very special experience this evening in terms of vibrations and musical appreciation and enjoyment. So I'd like to devote the remainder of this evening's meditation to his great work. It was a great loss to the music world in terms of Indian classical music and Western music. He was one of the greatest tabla players, certainly that I personally have ever heard. And not only was he instrumental in bringing so much of Indian classical music to the Western world, to a global audience, but he collaborated and contributed to Western music itself in so many ways that we can't even list them all here. But he played with George Harrison, with John Handy, with Van Morrison, with Earth, Wind and Fire, all of these musicians throughout the 70s and the 80s. He composed soundtracks for numerous films. He played tabla on the soundtracks of numerous Western films. He was invited by President Obama to perform at the White House in 2016. But if we go back to 1988, he performed in front of Sri Mataji alongside his brother Ustad Fazal Qureshi at Shudi camps, the Easter Puja seminar at Shudi camps. And it speaks for itself, and without further ado, and staying in the deepest state of meditation, let's allow ourselves to go still deeper.
So we have chosen a rhythm cycle which is very popular, very well known. It's called Teen Tal. I must point out that there are, just like in the West, 4/4, 6/8, 7/4 different rhythms like that. We have 360 different rhythm cycles in India. They are all known as Tals. So the one we've chosen is of 16 beats, known as Teen Tal. And Ashitji will play the melody of that, and then we will start with the Peshkar, the first movement. Thank you. can you bring up all the Shure mics, please? Soundman, can you bring up the Shure microphones, please?
This is a syllable called tun, which is supposed to have come out of the sound of the conch shell, the shankha in the temple.
You think it's all rehearsed, right? He just came from Bombay and I just came from Germany. We hadn't decided what we were going to play. But you see, it pays to be a student of the same teacher. Can I have a little more number 4, please? Some compositions, different things. They represent something. Sometimes they're just beautiful compositions. Sometimes they represent a little mischief between Krishna and Radha. I should say Radha and Krishna. Things like that. For instance, a little mischief between Radha and Krishna, how he tries to be naughty with her and she just pushes him away. These are in syllables. The bowl represents this. Or a jump of a deer. Natavara nachat chapala chal. These are shlokas. In Banaras they play them on tabla as well. Natavara nachat chapal chal chanchal sakhi the rikit dhate dhate dha Chom chana nana nache. Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna. So, natavara nachat chapal chal chanchal sakhi tere kit. Chom chana nana nache. Radha Krishna, 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 Krishna. Pure composition from Punjab style. This is one part. We do it 3 times. And it's mathematically arranged in such a way that the 3rd time it ends on the first beat of the rhythm cycle. It's a nice language to communicate in, isn't it? Dadin takritkada dharkritkadan takritkada gatigena kata dadi dakata dadi dakata dadi da dadin takritkada dharkritkadan takritkada gatigena kata dadi dakata dadi dakata dadi da dadin takritkada dharkritkadan takritkada gatigena kata dadi dakata dadi dakata dadi da.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Ashit Desai, Fazal Qureshi, myself, Zakir Hussain. We thank you. But
Whilst I pick my jaw up from the floor to where it has dropped, just incredible. Rarely have I been brought so close to tears by a musician. And I'm sorry we've gone a little bit over time in terms of our evening meditation, but I'm actually not one bit sorry. I think of no more fitting tribute to a genius of this caliber than simply to allow ourselves to be entranced, to get lost in such I'm speechless. Thank you, Mother, for allowing such things to be possible. Jai Shri Mataji. I have no more words. I have no mantra, nothing. We can just allow ourselves to stay at this level. I'll end the meeting now, but I'm sure many of us will want to stay in meditation for a good while longer. So at Sasrara level, we'll still be together. We'll just take the third mantra, the third of Mother's mantras. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradaini Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Mataji. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much for bringing your attention to this very special evening meditation. Jai Shri Mataji.